Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dr. Sia channel. In the video here today, we're going to be looking at one of the comments that one of the viewers here gave around wanting a video on families and setting boundaries and enmeshment. So let's get started. Alright, so firstly, I just want to thank everyone for their patience. I've been away for a while, I've been in surgery and so on and so forth, but I'm back. My voice is a little bit changed, but that's all good. So let's start talking about enmeshment and families and setting boundaries. Now, if you're finding yourself being enmeshed in your family and you want to start setting those boundaries, I have formulated the 3 A's. So there are 3 A's, and you want to do them in this order. All right, depending obviously, but try them in this order. So the first A is assert. Assert yourself with your family. Tell them what you want, what you require, what you need. So in that sense, when your family, for example, I'll give an example where your mother comes around, and whenever she comes around, she tends to be critical towards you in terms of what it looks like in your household, whether it's dirty or unclean or so on and so forth. Now, what you can do about that, one of the first things you can do is, rather than kind of trying to change your mom, what you can do is trying to change her behavior with you. So you can assert yourself. You can say things like, Mom, I like having you around, but if you're going to be talking about, please don't please don't speak critically of my household. I don't like that. Can you refrain from doing that? That's hurtful to me. I don't like it. Now, when you do that, you might have this sense within you that, oh, this is the most terrifying thing I've ever done. But remember, it's the only real way that we can communicate to people how they are meant to treat us. Don't assume that your mom is healthy. Don't assume that your dad is healthy. Don't assume that your uncle and aunties or brothers and sisters or whatever are healthy people. Assume nothing. Check. Because it's not a healthy thing to do to come around to someone's place and the first thing you start doing is criticizing what their household looks like, for example. It's not a healthy thing at all. So, you have the right to kind of assert yourself and perhaps even in a way teach people, your family, how they are meant to be around you. Now, they might go around and do the same thing elsewhere, but for you to know that they don't do that with you, there's a sense of safety in that. Now, if that doesn't work, if asserting yourself doesn't work, if saying specifically how you want to be treated doesn't work, well, then I have the second A for you. So the first A was assert. Now, a lot of people feel uncomfortable about that one. A lot of people feel like it doesn't work. They tell their parents or whatever, and their parents just get even more aggravated or even aggressive, or the siblings or whatever don't listen, and they just, starts conflict. So assertion, doesn't work everywhere. It works sometimes with some people, but it takes a healthy person to do that with. Now, if that doesn't work, then you have the second A. And the second A is adjust. So a lot of people might not function in certain situations. They might not be able to be kind to you, caring towards you, compassionate towards you in certain situations, but they might be able to do that in other situations, which is why you can adjust. And what I mean by adjust is adjust the circumstance under which you then see that person. Again, let's use the example where a family member, like your mother, for example, comes over and is critical towards your household. Well, what you can do is make sure that your mom never comes over. That you see your mom, but you only see your mom at a restaurant, you see her at a cafeteria, you see her at a park, you see her at her place, but not at your place. Now, if the criticism continues wherever you go, well, then maybe perhaps your mom finds, and you find that your mom is not critical towards you if there's other groups of people there. So you've tried to assert yourself, it hasn't worked, it just gets more conflict. She's too unwell to have conflict with you and kind of resolve the situation. So then you find, okay, maybe I can go to her place. No, that doesn't work either. She still criticizes me there. Okay, well, what if there's other people around? What if you only socialize with that person in your family when there are other people in your family around? What if you only socialize with that brother, sister, or whatever when it's other people around? Maybe that kind of stops them from focusing and targeting it on you. Now, if assertion doesn't work and adjustment doesn't work, well, there's really only one last thing to be done. So here the person does not listen to you. They are not listening to your assertions. they just get more conflictual, they get more aggravated or attacking. You've tried to adjust, you go, okay, maybe we can have a phone relationship. That doesn't even work. You've tried to bring other people in. That doesn't work. You try to go, okay, well, maybe just on Christmases or whatever. That doesn't work. Well, then there's the unfortunate last A that I have for you, and that's to avoid. You know, if a stove is hot, and it's always hot, and no matter what you do, you put your hand on the stove, it's going to burn you. At some point, you have to be thinking about what's safe for you, what's kind for you, what's caring towards you. Is it kind and caring towards you to go and burn yourself on your family members all the time, to get close to your mom and be burnt by her every time, close to your dad and be burnt by him every time, close to your siblings and be burnt by them every time? Well, no, it's not kind and caring towards you. And no, you don't have any duties or obligations to keep doing that. There's no rule or law that says that if your family are hurtful, continue to be hurt by them for the rest of your life. That's just not the way it works. It's not healthy to do that. So, well, if none of those other things work, well, then avoid is your only last option. Here now you have to say, well, I'm just not going to spend any time with them. If I can't talk to her on the phone, then I'm not just going to do that. If there's no way for me to be safe with them, well, then you have the right to not be with them. Right? You can say, look, I'll be with you if I can be safe with you, but I can't be safe with you. So, no, I'm not going to be with you, right? And when you're ready, like when you've done your therapy or when you get more well, or, you figure out or you decide what you want to do for you or whatever to kind of have a more healthier relationship with me, then we maybe can. But until that day, no, I'm not going to be around you because it's not nice. Now, you don't have to say any of these things to the person if you don't want to, if they won't listen, if they won't take it on board, if they're just going to be more aggressive or punitive or whatever towards you. You can at least say it to yourself in your own mind that you do have the permission. Let's now here give ourselves the permission for these 3 A's. Let's give ourselves permission to assert, and if that doesn't work, to adjust, and if that doesn't work, well, the final, last, sour, sad one, which is then we just have to avoid our family members if they're going to continue to be abusive towards us. So let me know what you think about these 3 A's. Can you find another A? I just kind of thought about 3. Maybe you find 4, 5, 6, 7 other ones. That'd be great for people here to know. And let me know what you think about the 3 A's as well. Okay, I appreciate it, and I'll see you again for the next one.